I may just move forward into a few more techie concepts here before we move away from software, I think. So as you're going to be dealing with the channel and as you're going to be looking into tech recruitment in more detail, of course, we want to bring you right up to speed and just make sure that you understand some of the more radical and newer concepts that are being used, but they're using them furiously around the world. These are software concepts, but you will come across terms like microservices architecture. Now, microservices, you've got to understand that as we move into the future, a lot of the things that you need in applications have already been made. So why would you reinvent the wheel? And in fact, it's a bit like designing a new car. So when you're a company like Audi, Volkswagen, and you're creating a new vehicle, well, you don't start from scratch every time. Over the 100 years of your existence, you'll have created loads of gearboxes and loads of different elements of that car. Engines, cogs, gearboxes, there's so many things that you have. In software development now, the whole idea is of reusing code. And that's important for you to understand. That very seldom do people start coding from scratch. Nowadays, they use code in a very reusable way. They know where to go to get those. And they use libraries. I'm introducing these concepts now. I'll cover that again later on in the video. But they use libraries, and essentially they use containers. So whenever you see terms like containerization and libraries and frameworks, it is this idea of reusing code again and again. And one of the terms that you'll come across is microservices. So microservices architecture works in this way as well. Microservices are like small pieces of code, and they all work independently from each other, and you can use them within your new application. Now, there are a few things that you will come across that essentially replicate this concept. Now, I'm not going to go into that here, but it's to let you know that when you see terms like object-oriented programming, that is creating little objects which you reuse again and again. Microservices, again and again. Scripting are small pieces of code, a script that you can reuse again and again. So for example, on a website, a clock can be a script. A drop-down menu can be a script. So you'll come across these terms like scripts, object-oriented services, microservices architecture. And essentially all of those are about the reusability of code. Now, again, I'm not going to go mad here about this, but I just want to introduce you to this idea that there is microservices and reusability and object orientation within this whole area of software applications.